Hello, hello, hello. This is Heidi from Soundberry Borough, and I'm about to do the next sketchbook tour. I'm having a lot of fun with these. The sketchbook I use is a North Shore sketchbook from Walmart, and in it I use LePens, also from Walmart, and Lyra or Aqua Duo markers, and that's generally what I use. Sometimes I use watercolors, but I do not use pencil, and here we go. Thank you for watching. So we're going to start right away on this page. We are 16 pages into this second sketchbook of 2023. And this here was the first time that I drew a portrait of my dad after he passed away. It's been almost a year. It's been a really rough year. He's an amazing man. And he carried a lot, and he loved us all very well. And I miss him. So I'm not super happy with how dark it is around his eyes. This was before I got my portrait markers from Lyra. So I am looking forward to doing another one again when I have more colors to work with. But ultimately, I do think it's a good likeness of him. And I've always loved that picture of him. As soon as I took it, I knew I loved it. This is another one of Giles. And so I just wanted to do one color picture. And just then with my husband, I was like, we should write a little Valentine because it was close to Valentine's Day. So roses are red and so is this Giles. My love for you goes for miles and miles. Totally loads of fun. Just some pictures of things that I had around. I've had this water bottle here since 2008. I haven't replaced it yet. Every once in a while I really scrub it up well, but it's still working, so it shouldn't have to go to the landfill if it's still working. And I did another little section of things I was grateful for because it's been a while. So I'm grateful for decaf coffee and my sketchbook and art and dirty bowls because then I know we have food. I saw a little watermelon on Facebook and thought, I'll try that. I know how I could do it different in the future, but I think it turned out pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with this page. This was just like I took a sketch of our garden and I just like really quickly, roughly scratched it down and then added color just to flowers. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of that. This page I had something written out and everything. I did not like it, and so I made it, I don't know, I don't like it. So sometimes you have pages in your sketchbook you just don't like. I just don't like this one. Our cat was having a sleep, one of our cats, and so I got a picture of her down the day before she went and got spayed. So she did not have a good few days after that, so I was grateful she was having a nice snooze. Calling for Valentine's Day took me to Krabby Joe's. They were really short-staffed, like many places right now, so short staffing means we're not going to go, well, I'm not going to go sit in a restaurant now unless I have a lot of time to be patient. And I've seen servers being treated so badly over the last 6 months or so, and it's horrible. Don't treat your server badly. Be patient. Only go when you have time. If you want to, if you want something faster and you can't be patient for it, then go to McDonald's or something, and even sometimes expect a wait of 15 minutes or so at a McDonald's. Like, people are short-staffed. Be kind. And that's my little rant and my lecture for today. We started rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and the season 1 villain was the Master. And this is the first time I really tried doing different lettering, different fonts. And we'll have to see. I kind of like just my chicken scratch, But it's good to practice other things. And when I see other people's sketchbooks, I'm always like, oh, their lettering is so beautiful and mine is just blah. But when I try and change it, I don't know. It doesn't seem to, I don't like it as much. So I practice with lettering, different lettering for the dates and stuff for a while. Anyway, I got my portrait markers. So I did a little test with them. And then I did these 3 portraits in a bit of different ways. And this one I did no blending. This one I did blending. I don't remember that one. And I actually like this one the best. I think it has more character over here. This one has it's a little softer, but I really do prefer this one. And I was listening to Phair was on that day, and so I put a little quote from Phair. And what else can I say about this? My pens ran out. I've had to buy a lot of pens. The next sketchbook that I use is going to be a smooth one, smooth mixed media, to see if it'll be more gentle on my pens. This one I just started doodling. I just started drawing circles, and I thought, hey, that kind of looks like a bird, so then I made it a bird. And another little sketch of something from a calendar, a lighthouse in PEI. This is a really quick one this time, it seems, this sketchbook tour. Just wanted to do like a quick watercolor to capture, there's a point in the morning, in the winter, and in the evening. I'm trying to figure out, I think it usually happens when it's more cloudy, where the whole world is blue, and I just think it's beautiful. And it only lasts for a short time, and then, it changes and becomes more what we're used to seeing in the daytime. So it's a lot of the time you see it in the morning, though. I'm an early riser. So we also had no buses that day, so I didn't have to go to work. So that was fun. I got to stay home and do some things at home. And actually, the weather was better in the afternoon, so we went away to Stratford. We went to discuss a monument for my dad, and so we were looking at what it would be like to get an obelisk as a monument, and they don't really do those anymore apparently, and it would be really, really expensive. And anyway, we're just trying to figure out the most cost-effective way to get a monument that would be good for my dad. So that's a thing we're working on here. There's another just of writing down or drawing just whatever I felt like. Another self-portrait, because again, my self-portraits I can look however, and I'm not going to be upset about it. And I think vulnerable self-portraits are really important for the world. I think if we can see other people and the way that they see themselves, it can help us understand the way that we see ourselves, and maybe even help to change the way that we see ourselves. And I think that's valuable. So this is just the seed starting pellets that I use. I use the little Jiffy seed starting pellets. I want to change that, but I haven't this year. I got a new tea, Pluck. It's called Verbena Blues. It becomes this beautiful blue color, and it tastes really, really good. And I tried it at a restaurant recently, and then I did a search and found some at home, some for my home. So if you go to Vincenzo's food market in Waterloo, you can find some there. You can find a lot there. I also found a beetroot yogurt that was a bright pink. It was delicious, and it had honey in it, and it was beautiful. I just wanted to capture this because I came down that morning and Colin had used his glasses as a bookmark, and I've never seen that before, and I thought it was fun. we're on the last page of this one. This is a really short one. I started reading about Leonardo da Vinci, and so I thought I'd do a little picture of him and try and kind of implement some of his ideas in his portrait. But some of the tips from Leonardo for portraiture are, never have the chest in a portrait facing the same way as the head. And I've been experimenting a little bit with this, and actually I love it. So I'm going to try and incorporate that more in pictures that I do. It makes it more dynamic and interesting. Never make clear lines. Keep them blended with what is around. Well, I'm quite enjoying my markers, using my pens. So I do have some clear lines, and I think ink work is probably a little different, but maybe not. He probably wouldn't treat it differently, but I don't really know, because I don't really know Leonardo da Vinci. But here I tried to do that in that I tried to keep the colors over here lighter in the light in the background, and a little darker on this side in the shadow. I think how it turned out is pretty cool, but the whole time I was wishing I had gray markers. Like, oh, I wish I had gray markers to help work on his beard. And so I do have some gray markers now. But now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if I would do it any differently. I think it's quite interesting. Also, another tip from Leonardo: each person, if you're doing a portrait or a painting that has a lot of people in it, that each person should have a unique gesture and expression. Each person in that image should be telling you something different, according to him. And then another one, and he got this from another artist, but I can't remember the name of the other artist. And that is, start drawings from the inside out. So first understand and draw the skeleton. How is the skeleton moving? What does it look like? What are the proportions of the skeleton? Then put the organs in, then the muscles, then the skin, and do a nude portraiture, and then finally put clothing on that figure. I haven't quite tried that, but I am trying to understand better when I'm drawing what the anatomy is like underneath the things that I'm drawing, and to keep that in mind while I am drawing. So maybe some of those tips will be good. Maybe some of those tips will help you out too. And that day, February 20th, was Family Day here in Ontario, Canada. And so we played the Buffy board game. We haven't played it in a few years. It's a lot of fun. It's a cooperative game. If you have never played a cooperative board game, it's a great idea. I say go for it. We also have the It cooperative board game. And for cooperative board games, you play together as a team to battle evil or come to the solution of what you're doing. And it's a lot of fun because you have to work together and you're not competing with people. And it's just good. It's good practice and good fun and a good way to change things. I don't like Monopoly anymore. I don't want to play it. No. Why? Ew. Anyway. So that's today's sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be back again. I've got 2 more to do out of this book. Some of the next ones are going to be a little different. This one was pretty quick and simple. So, thank you. Have a good day.